We know people are trolling Trump when they say Elon Musk is the president of the United States. But he himself makes it worse when he allows Elon Musk to come to the Oval Office and do a press conference. And Elon Musk is the one who does all the talking. And all Trump do is he just not accepts. And he is like, when they talk about a lame duck president, I think Donald Trump is one. This is another interview that Donald Trump had to take Elon Musk to sit down with Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity is the guy who always tries to polish everything that Donald Trump says. Even when you hear Donald Trump say something that black is black, Sean Hannity is always the one to tell you that no, he did not mean black is black. He was trying to say black can be turned white in some cases, or that black is not really a bad color. He always tried to be that person who try and clean up anything that Donald Trump is saying, because MAGA listens to Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity takes whatever Trump says and clean it up for MAGA. So this is another interview of Elon Musk, the president, and Donald Trump, the vice president. That's not me saying that, that's what people are saying. And these interviews tend to put some meat on what people are saying.
Now think of it. Inflation's back, and they said, "Oh, Trump inflation." I had nothing to do with it. These people.
Well, Donald Trump promised that he's going to reduce prices, but he's a con artist and a fraud when it comes to everything. And so now prices are going back up.
So this was another disaster of an interview where Donald Trump says inflation is back.
He asked the real president, Elon Musk.
He says inflation is back.
Getting paid at Doge, and Hannity's like, no one's getting paid, right? And then Musk is like, actually, they are getting paid. Here, play this clip.
And I hate to do this to
you. His promise. He said he was going to reduce prices, but we all know Trump. Trump is a con artist. Trump knows what to say at every given time. This interview was really a disaster. Sean Hannity was asking Elon Musk, the real president, the real question. And he asked if people are being paid.
What your job is, Elon Musk, you're like tech support for
He's gonna do it.
You're like his tech support. Here, play this clip.
What he does is
nobody's being paid. That's what he's thinking.
He's got some very brilliant young people working for him that dress much worse than him, actually. Yeah. They dress in just T-shirts. You wouldn't know that.
That question was meant to be asked to Trump.
So he's your tech support.
No, he is.
I actually
but he's
am
much
tech
more
support.
than that. Yeah.
I actually am tech support, though. But
he gets it done. He's a leader.
Yeah.
He really is. He gets it done. You get a lot of tech people, and you have people that are good with tech, but he gets it done. I said in real estate, you had guys that would draw beautiful renderings of a building.
These 100 geniuses.
It would be great. And you say, great, when are you starting? But they were never able to get it built. They couldn't get the financing.
Is that a dig on Elon Musk? Is that a dig on Elon Musk?
Get it done. They could just get it done. That was in real estate. Same thing in this. He gets it done. So when
do you remember when all the right-wing media was attacking former Vice President Kamala Harris when she did that first interview with her running mate, Governor Walz, on CNN? And they were like, oh my God, can you believe it? She needs Governor Walz to help her out. All of those interviews during campaigns, the first one is always with the candidate and their VP. But what the hell are we watching right here in this weird fest with Donald Trump and Elon Musk? But Sean Hannity tries to help, and
he gets what done. He gets what done.
I'm trying to find someone smart on this guy, but he's the smartest guy I could find to do this job. Here, play this clip.
Yes, and we learned a lot with the Twitter files. And that just then raises a question. You're the richest man in the world. You may not like that part. You're pretty competitive.
But that is why Donald Trump won, because the Republicans, they know how to polish everything for their candidate. But the Democrats, they don't know. They don't know. Republicans are good at this.
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't.
You really tried hard.
I couldn't find anyone smarter, right? So we had it for the country.
But this is the
What did you learn with the Twitter files?
Thanks for having me.
so.
I'm just trying to be useful
This is
here.
the interesting. This is where we are as a society, and I
Weird, and dangerous, especially considering that Doge run by Elon Musk is gaining access to your tax records, your medical records, your social security information, and all of your private data just going in the hands of a billionaire oligarch. I mean, what are we even talking about here, folks?
On the South African. You settled on the South African who paid you loads of money. So did you settle or did he buy you?
Implanting chips in people.
Really weird and dangerous in interview.
Cognitively addled, cognitively glitching goes, you
Seriously.
like Bobby, right? You like Bobby, right? Here, play this clip.
The next step would be to add
Of a private
Neuralink implant
citizen.
where the neurons damaged, so that somebody can walk again. And so
Unelected bureaucrat who is trying to take money away from other bureaucrats. How ironic is that?
I think I supported Bobby Kennedy. I think he's unfairly maligned as someone who is anti-science, but I think he isn't. He just wants to question the science, which is the essence of the science. The scientific method fundamentally is about always questioning the science.
Oh, they didn't.
Again, what the are we watching here? Are we watching this together? Next up, Sean Hannity says to Elon Musk, so, you're going to help those astronauts, right? That Biden left stuck, right? You're going to help them. Here, watch this answer.
You're committed to getting to Mars. You're committed to rescue. You're going to help rescue next month 2 astronauts that I think were abandoned. They dispute that in an interview.
At the president's request,
That was a funny answer. Seriously.
accelerating the return of the astronauts.
You knew him as anti-science. Now he just questions science by saying that vaccines that are helping humanity do not work.
They were yes, they were left up there for political reasons, which is not good.
Okay, it's not good.
So Elon Musk says that the astronauts who are currently in outer space were left up there for political reasons, which again, fact check false. Let me just bring the receipts. Let's hear from the astronauts themselves when they spoke with Anderson Cooper on February 13th, 2025. Again, I just want to come with the receipts. Here, play this clip.
I don't want to get into politics at all, but I know you've been asked this question before. There's some who've suggested here, President Trump, that you were virtually abandoned by the last.
Elon Musk, he doesn't talk like somebody who is the richest person on this planet. The way he speaks is just weird.
We don't feel abandoned. We don't feel stuck. We don't feel stranded. I understand why others may think that. We come prepared. We come committed. That is what your human spaceflight program is. It prepares for any and all contingencies that we can conceive of, and we prepare for those. So if you'll help us change the rhetoric, help us change the narrative, let's change it to prepared and committed, vice what you've been hearing. That's what we prefer.
Now, do you see that Elon Musk is basically lying about everything? The same way Donald Trump does, right? Elon Musk lies that there are condoms going to Hamas. Elon Musk lies about that there are tens of millions of deceased people getting social security checks. All this stuff is debunked. They're lies, but people's lives are getting harmed, and it's a way they're going to try to take away your social security and your Medicaid. Oh, by the way, what happened to no tax on tips? What happened
They're
to
always
no tax
lying.
on social security? What happened to
They're
no tax
always
on
lying,
overtime?
and they get their way.
Lies,
That's the main thing. You lie and you get what you want, and you move on.
A person who's been found liable for actual fraud and someone who's an actual criminal and a sexual assaulter would engage in this type of behavior. Who would have thunk that felons are behaving this way? Next up, Hannity goes to Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and he talks about how Elon Musk paid Donald Trump $10 million.
Anybody who believes that that's going to happen, you don't know who you are talking about. You don't know who you voted for then.
So he's working for free with Doge. He's kind of put a lot of his life on hold, and you sued Twitter a number of years ago. You just made him pay you $10 million.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Well,
That's
I sued from long before he had it.
Yeah.
And I mean, they really did a number on me,
Ben Mycelas, he is good at analyzing these people. But the only thing I am going to
I left it up to the
fault him is they did not do enough for Kamala Harris to win.
do what you think is the right. It makes sense.
I think it's
By the way, wasn't that case originally brought to as a class action? I wonder if Donald Trump's going to split that money with the other people who are the class that Elon Musk paid. I think probably not. Are we watching the just outright corruption here? Oh, and by the way, did you see that they quote unquote, accidentally fired the people who oversee our nuclear weapons? They accidentally fired the people who were stopping the bird flu from spreading, and then they had to rehire the nuclear people and the bird flu people again, but they intentionally fired the FAA people and all these other government employees and veteran services people who worked on the crisis hotline,
transactional.
I mean, horrific stuff. Over here, Elon Musk then talks about, and again, for Elon Musk, it's like, they're accusing us of being unconstitutional. They're the ones who are unconstitutional. Play this clip.
yeah, specifics. You say the same thing. It's not done yet. And what do you mean by that?
I mean, winning the election is really the opportunity to fix the system. It is not fixing the system itself. So it's an opportunity to fix the system and to restore the power of democracy. And people like it's funny how often when these attacks occur, the thing that they're accusing the administration of
The South African.
guilty of. They're saying that things are being done unconstitutional, but what they are doing is unconstitutional. They are guilty of the crime of which they accuse us.
That's always the first thing they do. He's
Yeah.
in violation of the Constitution. They don't even know what they're
The South African.
It's just a con job. It's a big.
By the way, why is this South African born billionaire, like, why is he here? Like, at a very basic level, what the hell is going on in America? Like, again, this shouldn't be what political party you're from or not. You should hate this. What
Like what?
you like that these billionaires are having
For example?
access to your records and they're sitting there in the White House with state regime media that would make Kim Jong-un blush? Like, what the hell are we even?
Imagine a con man talking about a con job.
And then Hannity's like, I hear.
It's just like I had a friend who is a scammer, and there's one day he was scammed just for a tiny bit of money, and this guy was crying,
In a way.
and I was like, dude, you should not even be complaining.
And you partner with
How many people and how many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars have you scammed from people? And you are scammed,
cabinet nominees. Okay.
not even anything significant, and you are crying,
Cuts. I'll give you a chance.
making posts all over social media, saying that I was scammed.
Elon Musk is
That was funny.
more street vernacular for a male body part. It's a constitutional crisis.
And then, of course, Elon Musk wants to follow that up with, oh, when I get
He bought him.
the Democrat,
It's not a partnership.
they give me dirty looks. Here, play this clip.
Idegger's level is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like I had like some invitation because I got invited to basically a big sort of dem event that was, but it received the invitation like the beginning of last year, and I still attended even after I'd endorsed President Trump, and I didn't realize how profoundly that would affect how I was received. I mean, I walk into the room and I'm getting just the dirty looks from everyone. Like, if looks could kill, I would have been.
The way he speaks is so boring. Seriously. He's rich, but the way he speaks.
See, before Trump, that never happened, right?
They give you dirty looks. How about you get the hell away from our social security information? How about you get the hell away from our medical records? How about you and your billionaire friends? How about you get the hell away from all of our stuff? You're not elected. I don't know why you are even there. Your businesses got billions of dollars over the years from the government, which basically said
Is that funny?
your businesses and launched your businesses. It's like,
Is that even funny?
what in the world is even going on here? And then this is how he finishes it up, trying to lecture
The South African.
that when a president gets
The South African running the United States.
balances, he just needs to impose
The South African running the United States.
with state regime Fox Media. What is going on here? Here, play this clip.
Okay. Why are they reacting like this?
Well, first of all, do you give it flying rip? Oh, number one, and
Well, I guess we must be over the target or doing something right. If like they wouldn't be complaining so much if we weren't doing something useful. I think. But what all we're really trying to do here is restore the will of the people through the president. And what we're finding is that there's an unelected bureaucracy. Speaking of unelected, there's a vast federal bureaucracy that is implacably opposed to the president and the cabinet. And you look at, say, DC voting, it's 92% Kamala. Okay, so we're 92% Kamala. That's a lot.
They don't like me here either.
I think about that number a lot. I'm like 92%. That's basically almost everyone.
Yeah.
And so, but how can you?
Just like him.
If the will of the president is not implemented, and the president is representative of the people, that means the will of the people is not being implemented. And that means we don't live in a democracy, we live in a bureaucracy. And so I think what we're seeing here is the sort of the thrashing of the bureaucracy as we try to restore democracy and the will of the people.
You
Is this making